Hello guys, so Jerry speaking. Welcome to LJPCBM 1483. Now, we're gonna go back to 2011, where it's way before that, in 2010s, okay, where David Rogers and I first became good friends in Worcester Forest High School, okay? Now, long before the Do Not Disturb podcast was around, his podcast, okay, the Fallen Duo show at the time, I decided to meet up with David, and he and I became good friends ever since the late 2000s and early 2010s. So he and I decided, well, when we meet up in Worcester Forest High School, we're good school buddies, and we've been chatting around and say, hey, we're gonna meet up and then become finding girlfriends in the time. So we couldn't find it anywhere at all, so wanna hang out with David for a while and just say, hey, I couldn't find a girlfriend. So that's why I was gonna ask him, can we find a girlfriend? Like, sure, why not? So for this portion only, because he and I graduated high school in 2013. I never get a chance to meet one other person at all after high school graduation at all. Her name is Kyla Shulman. She passed away in 2018, unfortunately. Rest in peace to her, but David, unfortunately, he had to move to Savannah, to another country called Germany. I have never have gotten in touch with him ever since. But then, years later, he and I got in touch. So, and he did his own podcast called the Do Not Disturb Podcast. So, that's what we're going to focus on today. Is two videos, two separate episodes of LJPCBM. Today, in this episode, we're going to react to Darron and Dave, best father and son duel. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So that's episode 1 of the Do Not Disturb podcast, okay? So this podcast channel has about 36 subscribers and 2 videos, okay? So that will be something new to LJPCBM fans out there. So give David some support and LJPCBM love. So on Friday on FVO X, we're going to have an interview with him, and be a lookout, because we're going to have some love and support with David, because he's going to love you, support you back on the Do Not Disturb podcast. So be a lookout for it. It's going to be a huge thing. So there you go. Anyway, let's react to the Darron and Dave best father and son duel, beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Wait. It says Zoom? Okay. Continue on. Wait. Hold on. Somebody comment saying, oh, wow. Somebody comment from some high school buddies. Okay, let's continue anyway.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Do Not Disturb podcast from your favorite father and son duo. You know, Darron and Dave. What's happening, Pops?
Oh, wait. My friend David is now someone that went from... I used to be like that at that time frame. I haven't gone from that bald shaved head before, but okay. I'm confused here, David, if you're watching this, but let's just see. Continue on anyway.
What up, though? Hey, man, man. Hey, I just let everybody know, if you don't got no tough skin, man, this is not the place for you to be. This is everyday conversations between the son and the father. And this is what we do.
Wow. Between the father and the son. I should be interviews in David. I should do something for my Friday show, wherever he's free. David, if you watch this episode of LJPCBM, between the two foundations and friends. while we're inside. And let's continue. I am listening anyway.
Just want to bring some insight to everybody and just let everybody into our conversations, to our daily talks, and how we get along, man, and just how we make it through the everyday life of bouncing off each other's ideas and each other's face. So, hey, let's get it. What's up?
Oh! Okay! Let's get! Okay? It's kind of like Berlisi style. Okay. Fine by me, I guess. Anyway, I'll be right back. I gotta do my boxing. Stand by. And bedtime stories before we continue on these episodes. I'm back, folks. Sorry about that. I just realized that after I was trying to take my bedtime stories episode and my boxing video, I realized that I want to get this reaction video done. So, but after doing like not one but two, it's gonna take like over an hour of this. But I want to, after this episode, I'm gonna take a rest. So there you go. Let's continue on. Come on, play. Anyway.
Man, this is how we gonna get it. So,
Start of it, huh? It's the start of it.
It's the start of it, man.
Exactly.
Let's get it going.
Yeah, let's get it, man. So yeah, so man, what we want to start off with, man, is I don't know if everybody's seen the movie Last Kingdom. Well, it's a TV show, actually.
Oh, the TV show. I have never seen The Last Kingdom. No. Well, let me just look it up. Oh, it's a British historical drama TV series. Dude, you thinking of a British TV thing and it's on Netflix. This one I've not seen, no. And it was created based on the 6 Saxon series stories by Bernard Carl. I never heard of this name, but he's in his 80s. Wow, okay. But anyway, I think I never heard of this, and it's a thing, but it's developed by television by Stephen Burchard. Wow. I wonder oh, he's in a show called into a TV series on Disney Plus. Good Mothers? It's Italian. I never speak Italian. Wow. Okay. It's on Disney Plus, but okay. Mouth of the Wolf, Family and Loyalty, Another Life, Betrayal, Mothers and Daughters, and Courage. That was 6 episodes in. This one I've not seen, but anyway, let's continue on.
So I apologize.
It's a Netflix series.
Netflix series, and man, it's dope, man. And the root of it is the Danes and the Saxons. You know, you got the Danes who, you know, it was from more so up north. You know, like
Wow.
Norway, Denmark. You know, and
Wow.
You got the Saxons, who were the individuals who settled in the England area. You know, aka the Christians being the Saxons, and the Danes, you know, they had their own gods, man, and they just did what they did, you know. So we got a little bit of shit to talk about, man, when it comes to this,
very scratchy the bodies, ladies and gentlemen. Continue on.
So, so me and my dad, hey, man, we Danes, man.
So let me start you guys off with this. So my friend and I, we always having these crazy conversations, man. And, you know, we always talking like on the weekend when Pops get off work or whatever the case may be. It's a time difference, you know, because he's where he is and where I'm at, but we working it out. So this is our first one, but he just came to me one day, man, and he was talking to me like, Pops, man, I'm on this series, and my son, he always give me a series to watch on TV, but his practice, man, hadn't been too well. You know, he'd give me a movie, and it'd be a B-rated, number 5, you know, so.
Wow, Mr. Rogers, wow. I'm not talking about the Mr. Fred Rogers. I'm talking about the Darren Rogers. Wow. T1.
His nephew, I'm like, all right, I got you. So I watched it, man, and that's an amazing movie because him and I always go back and forth about religion, right? And we always have the same opinion about it. So the movie is really about the Saxons who are Christians and the Danes who are more or less like my son and I, man. We just, from the backwoods, we just do it the way we want to do it.
Straight up.
And we have our rules and we believe in God, but I mean, we're not going to be going there like those Saxons, but they stab each other in the back. So we just really had to get onto this podcast and talk about that first because I think once we get onto this and y'all hear us talking about, I bet you everybody's going to start watching this on Netflix.
Right, man. And I think the misconception is like, oh, especially according to the series, like, oh, if you a Dane, you don't believe in God and you're not Christian like. But it's like, bro, it shouldn't even be like that. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, either you believe in a higher power or you don't. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that you should shun me or look down on me because I just believe in God, but I don't have to go by your exact stories. So this is...
It's true, David. It just makes sense because even though it's a good thing in life, because I, as a metalhead myself, because, like I said, it's just believing in God thing. Yeah, I agree because, I was a pop fan. I don't do that anymore because, like I said, I was in high school. It was in high school, but not anymore. But I used to now. But like I said, it's just like now. It's like, yeez, how's that gonna help? Continue on.
This is not to down Christians or anything like that. Again, these are just opinions that me and my dad have and that we talk about on a daily basis. It's like, hey, I believe in God. It might not be the God.
Same here, David.
But
right.
I believe that it's something that controls us. You know what I'm saying?
Our power. We're not the strongest ones out there.
Yeah, but we not. But you messing with them Saxons? And the Danes too. But it was more so them Saxons. It was like, hey man, if you're not rocking with us, and if you don't believe in Jesus, cause we gonna try to convert you and do all of this and do all of that. And if you don't believe in it, then it's off with your head. But it's like,
but yet still you say you a Christian and you don't want to do nothing wrong, but they stick to it. If you don't.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a Christian as well, and I don't do any of those. Let's say one example is use a Bible as a weapon like Rodney did. I don't do that at the time. I don't do this crap because we believe in Jesus and God. And it's a great thing. That would make sense. T1.
They gonna stick the gullet in. They gonna stick the sword in your gullet. And they was serious about that stuff on there too, man. And I tell you, my son put me on it, and I really didn't want to do it because him and I have these conversations, with other families, and it don't come out right. But I think if y'all watch this Netflix, man, you get on this thing, it's tight because I'm a straight day. Like,
Yeah.
You couldn't even come to me and talk about that Saxon thing because they the ones over there dancing with each other in the butt and this and that, but yet still they want to be a Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Because it makes sense. Because you have to do something about it. Continue on.
And it was serious, though. And the star of the show, what was his name?
It's my king.
Uhtred of Battenberg.
Uhtred of Battenberg.
All right, that's the man. That's the one you're going to follow. I promise you, watch this, man, y'all going to be like, oh, man, OG and Darren, OG and Dave was on point with this.
Yeah, because it's like, it's bro, this man Uhtred, bro, like, just the fact that he was born a Saxon, but, like, raised Dane, you see both sides of it, and how they was doing him so wrong. It's like, bro, he was born a Christian or a Saxon. He was born that.
Yeah, because I saw one documentary on Night Stalker before, and it's about this guy's telling everybody swerve on stage. Like, are you kidding me? I'm not gonna do that. I'm just like, I believe in God and Jesus. Not saying no. Because I'm a heavy metal dude, not some guy who's gonna be go to wherever the hell this is. But no, I'm not gonna go down there and not. Just be like going to the top. If you want to rock and roll, no, it's just like that. Period. T1.
So just because he have his other ways and do things the way he do it, don't mean that you should shun him or like look down upon him. Because if it wasn't for him, your kingdom and Wessex wouldn't be doing what it's doing now.
And that's why y'all should watch it, because it just goes to show you how
Yeah.
it's Christian.
Yeah, because that's why I'm not saying. Okay, let's continue on.
Kings in Britain or whatever before this all started. This is where the movie starts. 300 something before BC, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah,
it's showing you how the people in Britain was already doing that. These Christians, how they made this man fight for them, but at the same time they turn on him and his people. And how you gonna have an opinion about him, man? When he would die for you, but you look at him differently because he's a gang. I mean, who cares? He's still fighting for you.
Exactly.
Just because he ain't going to your damn church and paying your tithes and you got a dang ATM in the front of the church, now you want to be hating on him.
Yeah.
Because that's what it all boils down to if you look at it from me.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. And
That's crazy.
And it's like a saying, right? Like, okay, because the Saxons knew the Danes was a problem, right? So you trying to swallow the spider to catch a fly. Because now you gotta team up with a monster to defeat a monster.
Wow. Just wow,
you trying
dude.
to swallow the spider to catch a fly.
But you trying to have him to live by your way.
But he gotta live by your ways. But it's like you already teaming up with a monster. So what does that make you? You feel me? You know, if you teaming up with the devil to beat the devil, I mean, I ain't trying to call you the devil, but hey, what does that make you? Like,
Yeah, no offense, because I'm not a devil. I'm an angel. That would make sense.
Again, that's why y'all need to watch it. I'm calling it what it is.
hey, it's a spade, man. And it's just real life. And again, it's no. We're not trying to shun nobody for what they believe in, but at the end of the day, man, what me and my pops talk about it's just like real life thoughts. It's the thoughts that everybody have, but they can't put it out there or put it on paper.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
I never would have thought that I would have to use a Netflix
Yeah.
series for me to look at it that way, because I don't have no problem with no one if they believe in Christianity or anything. I just know that there is a higher power, but there's no blind hair, blue eyes, or anything like that.
You ain't lying.
So, yeah. And I'm pretty sure, and that's why my son and I, when we talked about it, we was like, it's kind of it's going to be funny to do this type of show on the first podcast, because we had said we'd never do anything with religion or politics and everything, but
bits and pieces of politics for me, but I was taught politics bits and pieces in my Friday show. I talk about entertainment in my Friday show. I talk somewhat in my Friday show. And if you look closely in the past nearly 10 years of my Friday show, it's been like 406. It's going to be my 407 show. My Friday show. And I'm going to interview this guy, David, on my Friday show. So be look out for it. It's going to be jam-packed episode you do not want to miss, But all serious, it's gonna be a huge thing, because like I said, it's gonna get real adventure between now and the whole David thing, because like I said, it's gonna be a huge ride for episode number 407, and I'm not sure if Billy's gonna co-host this for me. If you watch Billy, it's for you, but it's gonna make sense, Continue on.
watching this series, the one that told us, maybe we'll try to do this on a podcast and show the kind of relationship that, African American, father and son, the kind of relationship they have. Because this is my best friend. I talk to my son.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I gotta talk to him because he keeps
Uh,
me down. But sometimes I be going off the chain.
Yeah.
yeah, man. So if y'all don't know, man, like, and I hope that this gets out there for everybody to really like understand where we're coming from
Mm-hmm.
as a duo and as a family, from a father to a son. But man, my
Mm.
father, man, he has his outlooks sometimes could be very like radical, and I understand him because at the end of the day, he comes from a different time period that I come from, you know. So he was raised old school, you know, and I'm more of the understanding one, you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Who try to kind of mediate everything, and I think that's what makes us so special because I could kind of bring him down back to earth. But with that being said, what he says and his views, a lot of times is not wrong. It's just one way.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one
I
way.
just don't. I just don't know how. I think my son is the one that gives me the filter because like I learned
I got no
from
filter.
him. You know? I learned from him because
Yeah.
he tell me a lot of things like, "Dog, how you
You
going?"
do work for him. You're his son. You're his father. Excuse me. But you did the right thing because I was his friend, and since high school, and he did the right thing for me since I was a high school kid. Like, oh my God, what are we gonna do next? Continue on.
Man, you really talk to people like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But he like, man, you want to push that back a little bit, bro. Because I'm listening to what you're saying. But for me, I honestly just feel that if you don't have common sense and you don't really understand what we're talking about, man, don't take it the wrong way. Just take it.
And how common is common sense nowadays, Fox?
Right, right. And I think this is the perfect thing to start with. But the series is going to be long, man. I think it's going to be what, like 5 seasons.
It's man, it's somewhere. Man.
Yeah, 5 seasons according to Wikipedia. Continue on.
But it's gonna be a good one. They 50-minute episodes, man. But trust me.
No, no. They ended the series. Wait, they ended the series in. No, I went to the good mothers. Go back. No. Actually, good. The last Kingdom ended the series in March of 2022, according to Wikipedia. So, no, they're not doing it anymore. They're just doing Seven Kings Must Die in April 2023. So you're close, guys. So yeah. So production said this, and I quote: "Historical background: the main events of the region of Alfred the Great and horrors of the record as well records. I pronounced it. Sorry. There's a number of men. I cannot pronounce it wrong. Sorry, but you know. Yeah. Anyway, okay. A man called, I can't pronounce this word. Sorry. Rode from Bromberg Castle, mostly named Molly honor of the ball. More than a century later, the people employed by the Danes, okay, came from many places in around Denmark, including southern Sweden and Norway. Historians believe that the Danish invaders of Nordburma, something like that, came from the Jutland in Denmark. It's mentioned in Corwell's book, something like that, as well as some of the Danish islands in East Denmark, something like that. Southern Sweden, that is. So, you guys were thinking the show is a 5th series went here March 9th, 2022. So you're close, guys. There's no reason to do that. Continue on.
Into it, you gonna like it because it's gonna have you have a total different outlook on everything, especially if you're looking at these videos on YouTube with the religion thing, this and that. And if you want to be a part of the thing like my son and I, where I tell you right now, I don't vote,
Nah, vote, bro.
but I ain't got no problem with Donald Trump coming in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
No
dude.
issue at all, man. Hey, at the end of the day, man, and since we're speaking on it, I just feel like, it's a division tactic, man. I feel like we as people are already separated, and I'm not even just gonna hone in on the African Americans ourselves because we know how.
Yeah, and now I moved to Germany because I saw you on what you refer to. You moved to Germany in I don't know what year. Yeah, I'm not looking at Facebook, but that's a big thing. But you moved to Germany because you went to African. You're African American yourself, but now moved to Germany. What happened? Continue on.
So that we could be, but I feel like it's just another division tactic, And man, once you come across these other people from other countries, and you see what these people believe in, and then what those people believe in, and then what we believe in as Americans, which is predominantly Christian.
Yeah, and I'm American too, but doesn't mean I want to do something. But we'll see what happens anyway.
Hey, bro, like, why add more division? Like.
And that's what they use to push his son. And I think another thing with my son and I is like, first of all, shout out to the expats, mostly.
Amen, expats, you know what I'm saying? Military.
7, 8 years in Iraq and Kuwait, so I see the other side.
Right.
Of what goes on over there, man. And we generally tend to act just like they do because they understand where we're coming from. Like they don't look down to a black man when they're over there, whereas we right here in our country, and man, you can't even spit it out the window, bro.
No.
Yeah.
But that's what made us, or me as a person, like, actually to be able to instill that to my son, and once we got over there, he can look at it the same way, because most of these people here, they're not your friend, bro. And if you look at TV, this is the only thing this is what they're pushing on TV now. That's why you couldn't get me to watch CNN, because, I mean, what?
Yeah, I'm more a PBS NewsHour person. Sorry. Continue on.
No problem with me. That's crazy. But that dang on Dane and Saxon, bro, I'm 100% on that.
Them Dane and Saxon, and it's to kind of piggyback off of what you were saying. It's like, bro, like you really wouldn't like know until you really start to meet different people from other countries, cause man, people are so like. Oh, okay, think about it. You in Texas. You meet somebody from Texas or California, they believe they the only thing popping, and it's nothing outside of those states/cities, And man, when you go to these different countries, it's like, but you see a different view, and you see how these people live, And like I was telling you the other day, it's like, are these Muslims? And again, nothing against Christians, bro, but
Exactly. Thank you.
these Muslims are disciplined, bro. Like, they disciplined, And people can talk crazy all day. Oh,
This shit is chess, it ain't checking. That's what they play. That's what they playing. Because it ain't about the money. And see, again, this day and the Saxon thing, and this is your first king now, and all this stuff we read about in the history books that they talking, you got in school, not school. But they gonna tell you that these people were the ones that started everything, and they was living out of sword. Like, they don't care, kill their own people. And this is what they're trying to push to you on TV right now. Now, we're not saying don't watch TV. We're just saying you have to kind of open up a little more about what you're looking at and what you're taking in and believing.
Right.
Wow.
So my son and I, we are heavy on the Joe Rogan and stuff, man.
Wait, Joe Rogan? Hang on. Let me see that. Joe Rogan. American broadcaster, okay. UFC co-commander. Wow. Free children born adopted. Oh, if you watch this, Taylor, yeah, you are seeing Joe Rogan Experience podcast. So, it's... Oh my god! He's on Spotify during the pandemic. He's been on since 2009 of Christmas Eve. if you watch this, Taylor, I want to do reaction videos of Joe Rogan Experience. So, with that being said, yeah, it's been on for so many times, and I'm like, oh my god, what's going on next YouTube era? So, yeah, what's going on? You know, we'll figure it out. So, well, if you look back in these things, he has a YouTube channel and he has like 1 million over. How many subscribers now? 14.9 million subscribers. Wow. Okay. And he doesn't have anything else because at that time frame career, it's like wow. And folks, if you're wondering, Rant Rate Podcast is Thursday. Go check out episode 243. Hosted by Brandon Martin, Joy Scott, Eric Lima, Martin Breyer, Andrew Hawking, and Abaria. I'm gonna give you a sponsor for that. If you watch these guys, 6 of you, it's for you. Continue on.
Tight, man. Excuse my French, but the fraud, the DMT. See, now you talking common sense to me.
Yes, DMT, yeah.
Wow.
I'd rather talk to a person that's gonna come to me straight from that than try to tell me, I need you to go here and fight this war.
No,
Man.
they do.
Like that.
Yeah. But let's use this. Let's just use this, man. Like, who was I listening to the other day? Oh, I don't remember, man. Now I feel bad for not shouting them out when they said this. I feel so bad.
Wow.
That was Cat Williams.
Nah, man, it wasn't Cat Williams, man. It was somebody explaining the art of war.
Wow.
Man, I was watching YouTube.
No, that was something when he was talking about who built the pyramids. He was actually talking to Joe Rogan about that.
Yeah, that was Cat Williams. But this was somebody else, man. And it said
somebody else.
Anyway. People think like the art of war is just all about war, and it's like always about defeating the other person.
Yeah.
The art of war. Oh, it was a cat that's serving time in Angola prison.
Wow.
I forgot his name, but I seen his name, man. And he said,
"Is it George Floyd or something, or somebody who got arrested? I don't know."
He said the art of war is actually like about the art of peace.
Let me see that. Art and war. Let me see. Art of war. You're talking. It was in China. Oh. I don't know. It's John McCartney or something? I don't know. Continue on. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it teaches you how to not always go after your enemy. You know, it's like sometimes defeating your enemy could happen because of just peace. You know?
For sure.
And I think that's where a lot of our conversations come from, because a lot of wars be happening because of religion.
Yeah.
Not money.
That's what they definitely.
At least back in the day. At least back in the day, that's what it was about. So it's like when people try to talk peace, man, and just like understanding other people and like understanding other religions, because I gotta understand my pop's views all the time, and y'all don't know how much of a headache that give me. But I gotta understand his views all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm not about to go to war with him.
Yeah. Depending on how much time we're gonna do this anyway, David, we'll see what happens. So I don't know about war, but I'm not into type of war thing, except for the fact Taylor is a Marine, you know?
It's always a war, you know, and a war can be settled by peace.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And I think
that's what they want to push. That's what they want to push. But see, they doing this now. This is all about that dollar bill, y'all.
That dollar bill, y'all.
United States can't do what they did before, man, because you're not the only. I mean, it's a proven fact, man. History always serves itself. That's why It always come back to pass, man. The chicken will come home to roost, as Malcolm has said. Just like we was talking to you about this Dane and Saxon thing. It's always gonna come back, man. They always gonna come back to trying to push this war issue. It's never gonna change. It's never gonna change.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My son and I, man, we really really wanted to do this, but no, kind of a little more no filter thing, because we actually tried to start this earlier, but I wanted to
Yeah, we
do it
try.
really,
Wow.
especially me, because as you can see, I am not from Texas. I'm
Yeah, no.
a military contractor. I'm from hey, what up, though? 313, baby. So it's kind of, they trying to treat me different down here in Texas, because when I come off, I come off.
Wow, exactly, Dave, Darren, it just, Mr. Rogers, it can make more sense.
For real. So, and they don't really understand it. Yeah, I ain't gotta ride no cow and talk to you and kiss your ass, bro. To live next to you. You know what I mean? I ain't wear no boots and no blue jeans, but that ain't what I do.
Right.
I put on a Kim and a Michigan jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We actually tried this earlier, man, and we found ourselves being a little too filtered, but we understood that we would not be giving y'all the justice of really understanding where we coming from if we take away a lot of the things that we talk about. You know, because at the end of the day, man, this is not just no normal podcast. I don't even know whether to call it a podcast or not, but it's really more so just a heart-to-heart conversation.
Yeah, that type of podcast. You know, it makes sense, because, it had to be happening, so, why not? Continue on.
All the time. And we really sparing a lot of y'all people. Y'all don't understand. It's a lot of things that we could talk about, but we're really trying to spare people because we understand that this is not the platform that we're trying to downgrade nobody. But best believe a lot of these conversations are going to come up, but your name not going to be involved. But it'll get one day.
We close family. But yeah, that's why you got to be very, very picky about what you talk about. And we really was not going to do the...
Yeah, you gotta be picky. You gotta be picky. Yeah, exactly. Continue on.
Yeah, it's the Dane and Saxon thing, but it makes us not trying to take the gloves off, not always trying to be scripted when you're trying to do a podcast for your first time, you know. So, and you know, as we get into this, it's gonna get a month better. But all I know is that, man, my son and I have conversations like this I look forward to talking to him at least once or twice a week. If I have problems or I have something to talk about, I have to talk to my son because he's really the only one that listens, that understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, Mr. Rogers.
Office being, what's that word they say we are done? Condescending.
Condescending.
You know, they try to use the 25 words, but don't even know they have to talk about. But, yeah.
Elon, man, you know, that's the person that taught me that word, man. Elon Jovel, you know. He taught me that word. I didn't know what the hell.
Neither did I.
You're not.
Now you doing that kumakum talking when you talk about that.
Kumakum.
Wow.
They ain't had no tassels hanging off.
Wow. Good thing they talk about that. Anyway.
Kumakum.
And that's you.
Yeah. Man. Speaking of kumakum, man, you know, and you say, man, we're going to get into it, man, so let's get into it. But speaking of kumakum, man, when I first made the Dean's List, man, my pops, you know, took me over to Thailand, man, and just as a father and a son, man, I was...
Wow. Okay.
And that was a great time to spend with my dad, you know, and he said, hey, man, could you make the Dean's List? Mind you, I don't think he had the expectations of me graduating college.
Wow.
Or doing good in college. I'll say that. I ain't gonna say graduate, but doing good.
Like, just get on in there and use that document that we spending and get your ass up out of there. It wasn't no tassel. That was your sister's lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. I was like, oh shit, I gotta treat him with something.
Wow.
And if Joe came back and went to school to tell his friends, man, my father take me to Disney, man. He took me to Thailand. That boy been
Thailand.
going.
Hey, and shout out to all my expats, man. If you know, you know.
Wow.
Feel me? But we'll get into all of that, you know, a little bit later down the line.
Because it's not too many people that can sit up there and say, yeah, man, Pops and his son, they did some old hangover shit.
Wow.
Hey, straight up.
These people, they just seen it on the movies. We coming to you live in the memory bank, baby.
Hey. And got memories to prove it.
Wow. What kind of memories you have, David? You know, come tell me.
Memories to prove it, man. Yeah, man. This is what we do, man, all the time.
About that. You know.
You said what?
I'm a good guy, so I ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, nah, baby. But we're gonna save it for everybody, man.
Oh, wow.
So we just hope that everybody tunes in and just kind of, you know, relate to where we're coming from. And if you can't relate, at least you could try to relate and understand, you know, because you all might have these same type of visions or these same type of aspirations that we have and that we actually do. And man, we could talk about a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So even if you haven't experienced it, it's something that we could talk about, man, and just like, man, let y'all know what's up, you know?
Wow.
Let us know. We always have some, because it's probably not going to be nothing that you guys can bring up that we probably haven't already. It's crazy how it's done. And now you're talking about a 55-year-old man.
You don't know my age. You don't know?
Wow, 55-year-old man. Okay.
What's my age? How old am I?
29-year-old.
Yeah. Well, wow. No. He's 20. Well, no, 20. Wait, born like 24. No, not even. He's 29. He's getting close to be 29, but I'm getting close to be 29. Continue on, anyway.
Okay.
I mean, I got a grandson now, man.
Yeah.
Wow, Mr. Rogers. Okay.
Well, we got a future president coming and all that. You know, so there it is. There we go.
My cup.
Oh, so adorable. Your grandson. Okay.
Hey, what's that? Happy birthday.
First Father's Day. Oh, wow. That was your baby foe? Okay.
Father's Day.
Oh, shit, you done had to do that, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm proud of this, man. That's why we're going to try to just do this thing. I mean, if it works, it works. If it don't, you know, well. What happens. But I just think we can push some stuff out, man, that a lot of people try to listen to because, you know, we have a kind of relationship that people don't know we have.
Yeah.
Envy more than anything else. So instead of having haters, we just want to go ahead and appreciate it and really keep this thing rolling.
Wow.
Facts.
Okay. That's over feelings, as my friend Joy Scott will say. Continue on.
Man, especially with us, man, because, you know, you don't really see a lot of, especially African-American sons and fathers having a relationship. And even if they don't have the relationship, a lot of them just didn't have the chance, you know. A lot of, you know.
That's the best, man.
Yeah, because, you know, you have a lot.
I tell my kids every day, man, when I was coming up back in the D, man, I didn't even see myself, well, I made out of high school, but I didn't even see myself getting past 20, 25 years old. And I get 55 with grandkids.
Wow.
Man. 2 beautiful grown children, man. It's that's got to be a blessing because a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah, cool, my friend David. You know, makes sense.
55 got pop bellies and everything, man. Like I can walk out public with my kids, bro.
Be alright. Be alright.
Where you want to go? Go to the mall, to the strip.
And you lost your pops at a young age.
Yeah, so I had to make sure. I promised my son that I was going to make sure that.
Mr. Rogers, first of all, you lost your dad at a young age? Wow. Wow. That was like, I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway.
You know, I was there for him, you know, because man, he left at a time when I was freshman in high school, just being in 10th grade, like time when we were really getting close and really putting that oomph in me, the common sense aspect of a man, you know, taking care of your family, taking care of your wife, you know, just pushing values through people. And we just get to that point, man, where and then he passed. So it was hard for him.
Yeah, my condolences. You know?
I promised that I was going to make sure that when I had my children, I was going to make sure that I was there and still let them keep them real, because man, they try to hoodwink you out here, bro.
Yeah.
And
It was.
if you don't teach your children, man, you'll be a grandkid and you will be a grandpa and better folk.
You ain't love that.
Because they running around down here in Texas, bro. That I think that's the thing on norm. Like if you don't have a child at 17, you have a problem. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you see, I never had a child at 17. I was born and raised as a Christian, and I was having brain malfunction difficulties. And, you know, I wish, but I never have a child at 17, but I want to have a girlfriend really badly. So, and 8 years later, I never had a girl yet. Continue on.
They push me inside the house, bro. I'm like, man, come on. And then they wonder why they going here shooting up schools and shit, because you having kids. You 17 your damn self. You can't teach me at 17, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. No, that's true, man. I think it's important, man, to have your pops. And just like he said, because I don't know where I'd be if I lost my pops at a young age. I'm just blessed enough to take advantage of it. And that's why we doing like what we doing now, you know, because I have my pops at this age. I'm 29 and he's 55, and then we can.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to be. He's 29. Okay, and I'm 20. Getting ready to be 29 in like 3 months. Wow. Okay, continue on.
Talk like every day, and everybody don't have that luxury, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Probably can't play basketball with him no more, man, because she hurt when I got out of bed, but
hey,
that's that.
And just to take a little turn though, but you, speaking of shooting up schools, you know, you did you see what happened in Russia?
Yeah, I heard about this, and if you look back in my Friday show, Russia-Ukraine war, and I explain this, and I quote the moment it's South expression thing, and hold on, Billy, no, FBO, no, Fridays. If we're back in episode 367. No. It's not 357. 357. And it's basically about it's a Ukraine tribute. I've done that before, and basically what it is, folks. And what Billy and I did beforehand, I think he did this, okay? We talked about this earlier, and here it is. I want to say this before we continue on. Here we go. Play. The hashtag LGBT. Join me with this episode is my call.
This is a very sad day to kick off our 357th episode, guys, because you know we've been. In case you saw what we did at the top of the program, we a moment of silence was observed to pay tribute to those who were infected by the bombings in the Ukraine. So we totally pay our respect to those who were infected by it, and hopefully whoever who was involved in that bombing, I hope they spend the rest of their days behind those damn bars.
Agreed, 100%.
So if I were Steve Wogus right now, the only thing I want to say about those bombers is that, and with that, you bombers in the Ukraine can get the hell off my stage.
I have to agree with you, 100%, Billy. out there forever. My out from stage forever.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense because at that time frame, now nearly over 2 years on, Russian Ukraine area was now in the war. Let me see. Since February 27, 2014, Russia, it's happened in Ukraine, Russia, and Black Sea. Okay? And it's been since 2022, okay? And it's been bombings everywhere. February 24th, 2022, I talked about this on the 25th with Billy, and it's a saddest time at the time. You know, it's been one day after this, and it was emotional. And it's been on these three same locations. And the killing of this were its falls. About, overall in total, okay, and I quote, about nearly, I don't want to say this, but nearly, I don't want to say that I'm not reading the whole history behind it. Let's just say over million people killed. So, if I was to say this like now, but you know, it was during my 15-year anniversary documentary, right after events of my 15th anniversary documentary at that time frame, that I, for one, had been shocked. Russian invasion of Ukraine happened that same day. Wow. Unbelievable. Let's continue on.
We kind of like was on our podcasting today because I was all very, we were talking about this for the past time, all excited, trying to get our friends to look at it. But I kind of seen something come across the TV when I got off the phone with you this morning,
Yeah.
And I want to say it's 40 people in ISIS, right?
It might, hey.
Hey.
That's what they saying.
So, well, I mean, I don't know if this is the normal propaganda shit that goes on, or it just goes totally. Ain't nobody untouchable, my nigga.
Ain't nobody untouchable, bro. Ain't nobody untouchable, man.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I just looked on, and I say we was never gonna talk about this news stuff, man, but most of it's on. I saw where they said, the Russians and China was trying to make deals to say that so we can still come through the Red Sea and we don't have no problems. And now this happened.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't have no problem with what's going on. That work, but I just more concerned about it now because I have children that's closer to that situation right now.
Wow.
Right.
But I don't know. And just feed the people that's living under the bridge down here on Palm Street, bro. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah.
It sucks me, I'm just getting tired, I was getting ready to finish up these episodes in the Do Not Disturb podcast, but those have to wait till tomorrow, along with the Terrific podcast ones that tribute podcast ones that I'm going to finish up tomorrow. But that's just me. And let's continue on.
Hey, bro,
That's crazy.
man.
But I didn't really see it, so I don't really want to make no comments on it until I see it, son.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at it more so like just. I think when it comes to times where when there's a amount of people that's losing their life, like when it's a mass of people losing their life at one time, it's just like it's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like how that occurred. Huh?
But like I told you before, so I think all that shit started with matter of fact, with what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Before COVID, you would never see me even talking about it.
Yeah, COVID shit, yeah. It's like, we're gonna do what the hell we're gonna do, yeah. I talked about this many times in COVID shit on on my Ocean days since 2020, you know. And then Julie Williams said, "Please stay safe this weekend. Thank you. Good night." I'm like, "We're gonna do what the hell we're gonna do." And Travis came by and said to talk to my mom, thinking, um, um, I need to come back to work at Aqua again on the June the 1st, 2020. And I told her I wasn't freaked out. If you look back at my documentary, 14 and 50 anniversary documentaries, you know what I'm talking about. Continue on.
Right.
Nothing to do. But, man, I think people need to be competing. Okay, well, I went to a movie theater, man, 4 years ago, and I killed 5 people.
I mean,
back.
Huh?
So I gotta go on Facebook. I gotta get 10.
I gotta get.
You know, where it was right after Jim's death. You know, when Jim Lair, because one of my inspirations, when he passed, my jaws were dropped. You know, my heart was broken at that time frame, and I became very hard, and I was crying. You know, in that time frame. I don't know what happened. It was right 3 days before I got very disturbed. You know, very disturbed. I don't know what happened. It's just like I don't need Kobe Bryant's baby at that time frame. I was like disturbed. What happened here? I don't even know what's going on. This thing that never exists. I don't need that to happen. Just don't bother my thing. Continue on.
And it's all on video. Like, and it was crazy to me because
I go to the kid.
yeah, because I'll be watching the video, and then first of all I'll be thinking like, okay, why is this on video if you fight feel like, you feel me? Like, you hear gunshots going all out through the hall. Why is it on video? But then I'm watching the video and I see 3 other people ducking behind chairs and they videotaping it. And I'm like, where?
No. I'm not that type of guy except for the fact in 2004, it was Dimebag Darron who got shot on stage. I was not that one person. I was only 9, you know, when this happened. This is tragedy right there. I was still in elementary school, laying down at night, that Wednesday night, and get ready for school when this happened, you know? And then all of a sudden, tragedy struck. No, I was not in the tragedy struck when it happened. I was only 9, but I was laying down in bed, getting ready to go to school that morning, and yeah, I was just not doing anything well. I was not in the middle of that. I don't listen to heavy metal at that time frame. I was only 9. So, you think that would be possible. So, that's just me. Continue on.
It come from to where you the need to have to videotape everything that's occurring. At that point, bro, I'm trying to get out. I'm listening for the gunshots, seeing where they're coming from, and I'm trying to get as far away as possible.
You know, one thing I would very want to get away from. I mean, one time I would get away from is Gaddafi getting killed. In 2011, he got killed in Libya in 2011 by some gunshot wounds. I'm not that, and it was like, wow. Just wow. Muammar Gaddafi got killed by some gunshots. Yeez, man. Continue on.
Comedians say, man, niggas trying to get up out of there, bro. I ain't trying to stay there to see what's going on. I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I live
Neither.
there, man. See my wife, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong with it? They just trying to get it damn hit.
It's crazy, bro. Like,
Crazy. It's crazy, David. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
It's too that they go on your ass.
It's crazy. I think they think like, okay, I'm gonna catch this on camera. If I make it, then hey,
Yeah.
I can send the video to CNN.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, Fox.
That's the big thing.
You know what I'm saying? But if I don't make it, it is what it is. It is what's trying to go.
That's why they're trying to get rid of that tick shit, whatever y'all call it, because they know trying to all that. Because see, y'all talk too damn much. Everybody want to be on video.
Yeah.
Everybody want video. Everybody want video. But see, I'd rather want to be on video like this, you know?
Right.
Alone in my home.
Whether you look at it or not, or you like it or not, I just think it's something that people actually would see interesting because maybe they don't have no one to talk to about it.
Yeah,
And I
cause
wouldn't talk about this with no one else.
you see, I don't know what the deal is. You know, just having all gunshot wounds and all that, and on video and all that bullcrap. Like, wow. It's just like, yeez, it's just too much. You know, that's what happens.
Normally, by the time this went out there, I'll be on my third cup of dang on green teas or something, boy.
Oh, by the way, I have forgot one or so many other things. John F. Kennedy assassination in 1963. This was over 60 years ago. Robert McNeil and Jim Larry covered these two. One on NBC News and another on Dallas Times Herald at the time. And I was like, wow. At that time frame, Robin was one of my and Jim were inspirations. They talk about the JFK assassination story. I was like, wow. They talk about that and and then like covering the whole thing and they in separate news reports and like, okay, because that was that. Because when JFK was assassinated, and been shot. He's like, he's been shot, but Lee Harvey Oswald has been shot, but at the time, like, it's like, wow. Tom Pellick said that at the time. Like, Tom Pellick, anyway. As Robin said in a 2014 interview at the time. Not 2014 if you watch Jeffrey Brown, but you're close, but, just make more sense. Continue on.
I'll never be wet, not be in a burn couple.
Wow.
Really probably shit did.
And they go ahead and make that thing illegal though, man. They playing.
They're playing.
Yeah, well,
They're playing. Just makes sense.
Everywhere.
too many people be using common sense and let you smoke weed. That's what I think I want to do.
Oh, wow. Smoke weed. First time I see that in the LJPCBM series in the longest time. Damn.
They'd rather make up all that shit to make the teeth fall out. So y'all to pay for up to $10 to kill your damn stuff.
And what they say on Narcos when they say the first guy that smoked weed, he was
See, there it goes again. He said, smoke weed in my LJPCBM series. Wow. I don't know what the deal is, man. Continue on.
Chinese emperor. Chinese or Japanese emperor. Don't quote me on this, but I think he
Yeah.
said he's a Chinese emperor. He said the first guy that smoked weed was a Chinese emperor. And when he smoked it, he saw a blue jay. And the blue jay told him, like, to conquer everything around him. And what did he do? He went around to his neighbors and conquered every tribe and city around him.
Wow, David. Wow.
Burned for that?
Hey, man, burn the grass,
Burn the grass? Wow. Oh, the deal is. Let's continue on. We're 5 minutes left.
They have to pay it to his mind.
Yeah.
It's
It ain't no problem.
Um,
But then tell they want you to get this shit that they done cooked up.
Cooked up.
Yeah. You go ahead and if it ain't coming out of the ground, don't bring it to Mr. Rogers.
Come on, man. Pills. This thing
Ooh, wait.
opioid pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's opioid pandemic. And it shows you that, man, on that Netflix series, man.
They don't hate for that shit.
Oxycontin.
That's a money thing. That's a money thing. Opioid. Opioid, whatever you want to call it. You gotta get a prescription for it. Cause like I was telling you, when Pops was overseas, man, they got damn drugs on any corner. You gonna get whatever you want.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta pay no $50 cold head to get no damn whatever. If you got an allergy or whatever the case may be, you just go to the damn pharmacy and pick it up. Over here, man, you gotta go to the doctor. That's $100. $10 cold head. Then you gotta go to the damn CVS to get some generic bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we on the county away, nigga.
Hey, yeah. And be right. Hey, it'll heal your headaches. It'll heal your
I'll be at work tomorrow.
issues. Heal your knee problems. Heal your ankles. Heal your back. But now
Good.
give me all his oxy and all of that. And I'm in the military because, hey, but they'll give you everything up under the sun before they even think about trying to give you surgery.
Wow.
They commercial all things right now. Is what you can get at the day on at the damn pharmacy.
Yeah.
Pill, they say, well, you can take it, but make sure you know your kidney gonna fall out. You're gonna have a heart problem. Ding ain't gonna get hard no more. They give you all the warnings at the end of the damn pill.
Exactly.
Your ass is PA.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But the side effects be worse than the sickness that you got.
What? You in there with a sinus problem. Now you can't see or nothing else. Kidney falls out. Dick don't get hard.
Yeah, not in real talk, man.
Try to get that disability. It's too late.
It's too late.
So late, yeah, exactly.
It's too late, man.
They got that. Y'all got that.
Yeah.
That was more like. This is more like.
What's that?
This is a little more closer to what it's supposed
That's
to
right.
be.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, man, we just trying to find our groove, you know, and find our niche, you know, on the Do Not Disturb podcast from D&D, you know, a.k.a. Darron and Dave. Yeah, so, man, we trying to find our groove, man, and just bring people into, like, an everyday conversation, man, realness, man, like.
And I think
you're burning for people right now.
I think we're gonna post this, man, and we'd love to hear some comments back on it, man, to give us something else to talk about, because we don't always want to talk about us. We can't get our artists to it. We gotta hear about some other African American pops out there that be doing things with their children. Or either way, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
We just want people to know that we have family values as well, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got a couple of stories I can tell when I used to work at the military base here.
Yeah, exactly. Where, say what happened to Taylor, who's going to be Marines. What's the happens? T1.
Anything, but they when they saw me and I told them about my son, they were thinking like, okay, well, when they see my son, he was gonna talk like he and this and that. I don't have a filter most of the time. So when he pulled up, he was like this. He was talking to the people and he was like hitting them with that as well, standing parade breast. They were like, damn, Miss Ross, I ain't know you're still like that.
Wow.
That's what my children I got, so they ain't gonna be coming over here acting crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you say that word?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to bleep that out. Never mind.
Close this one out.
That's right.
And yeah, it was good. I hope everybody really appreciate the little the thing that me and my son got going on, man. And OG Rogers just signed on out to the next one.
And that's right. And hey, y'all please check out the Do Not Disturb podcast from Darron and Dave. Again, this is our first one. I don't really want to be on the like and subscribe. Because if you like it, man, you're going to like it. And if you want to subscribe, man, you're going to subscribe. So there's no point in me forcing you to do it. So, you know, we signing out. Y'all check us out. Y'all take care. We'll be back, man.
So that was Darron and Dave, Ben's father and son duo. How long have I been reacting this for? Over 1 hour and 9 minutes. And it's been over 30 minutes of pausing time to continue on when all of a sudden I have to do this. And a discussion of introducing my friend David like this. Wow. So what did I think about the first episode? I think it was amazing. So far, this episode was a success. It was like, the first episode, it's like, wow. Wow, okay. If you watch this, David, get ready for the interview for the next episode of Video X. Be looking out for it. It's going to be huge. But be aware, the N word we bleep out, so just be all cautious. So there you go. That was episode of LJPCBM 1083. I hope you enjoy it. Now, excuse me, I gotta get some rest, get some sleep after I get done with the 2 videos I'm doing. Supposed to be having it tonight. But after thinking about it, I have to edit to posting to social media. LJPCBM episode 1476, and up until 1483, I was gonna do 1484 on the next episode, Do Not Disturb podcast, and some the mystery friend. I will talk about tribute to my friend Kaylin Delton, something like that. But fortunately, that has to wait till tomorrow. But because I have to get some sleep, man, because it's getting late where I'm at. So yeah, that's probably a maybe. So there you go. 1484 up until 1499 will be coming up tomorrow. But be looking out for it. It's gonna be huge. You won't miss an episode of LJPCBM. Till next time, sweet Jarvis Bobby, so baby, your boy LJPCBM, soon, Silver, the Jefferson out. See ya.
Given unto me this life I'll never take for granted, and given all the time I failed to really understand it, I never sought to meet the maker of reality, the one who gave the life that which is always happening. But I tried all the time. Why was I the one to see things as I do under the moonlight and the sun? Perception is the question, and the giver holds the key.